When watching Jinjo vs Foundation at the last battle of the year, I was really impressed by Jinjo crew. The level of detail they have when it comes to their battling, individual styles, and routines is obsessive, so it's not surprising that that level of care went beyond their dance into the clothes they wore. And I think that clothes were in no small part in why they won. Their outfits made them look individually distinct while still giving off the impression that they're a single crew, and it had such an impact on me that it made me want to make this video. So, in preparation for this essay, the first thing I did was go through the footage and pull screenshots of each dancer. Then I gave each of them a nickname so I could easily identify them. Doing this for Jinjo was really easy. Some of them were wearing unique colors, others had conspicuous outfits, and those that were wearing similar clothes had other things that made them stand out, like hats or hairstyles. Foundation, on the other hand, made this nickname game a lot harder. A lot of Foundation wore black t-shirts, making it hard to distinguish between them, so for most of them, I just read off their shirts or I had to pick something else. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Dressing similarly can give off the impression of cohesion, but it requires your whole crew to be on the same page. So while a lot of Foundation was wearing black t-shirts and mostly dark pants as well, they also had these guys, who looked like they would fit in more on Jinjo than they would with the rest of their crew. So you have half the crew wearing all black and the other half wearing something else. And when you see this crew battling Jinjo crew, you get the impression that Jinjo put a lot more thought into presentation than Foundation did. And this isn't an accident. From this documentary following them the days before and after another performance, you can see them in a lineup with Skim thinking through their outfits and making sure that they look good as a unit. So despite the fact that all of their outfits are distinctive, Jinjo crew looks cohesive. It looks like Jinjo was ready to battle before they even stepped into the venue. Beyond the fact that Jinjo crew looks cohesive, their distinct outfits also highlighted their strengths. The top comment on the YouTube page for this video is one person's opinion on why Jinjo won, saying that aside from Issei and Wing Zero, he literally could not tell the difference between most of Foundation's b-boys, whereas Jinjo's members were unique and had different styles. Now, I don't think that all of Foundation dances the same, but the fact of the matter is that in this battle, it was hard to tell them apart, and that probably contributed as to why people thought their styles were too similar. If you can't tell who's dancing at any given moment, it makes it a lot harder to distinguish individual styles. It also doesn't help that Foundation threw a routine every single round of this battle, which meant that each individual member had less time to shine. Foundation is relying purely on their styles to differentiate themselves, which is a risky strategy that apparently did not pay off. So how do you do crew outfits right? I've been repeating this throughout the video, but the two elements that are the most important are cohesion and being visually distinct. These two things ensure that your crew looks like a crew, but also it makes it easy for the judges and the crowd to understand which dancer is going up. We can apply these principles to another battle by looking at Dream Runners and NYC Hit Squad in their recent battle in Taiwan. Now, Dream Runners took the opposite approach to Jinjo crew. Instead of trying to wear distinct outfits, Dream Runners opted to wear identical tracksuits, except they all had their b-boy names on their back, making it easy to figure out who's going up at any given moment. When considering the problems of cohesion and being visually distinct, it's a straightforward, maybe even a brute force way to solve them, but you can't deny that it works. On the other hand, Hit Squad fell into the same problem that Foundation did. Of their 8 members, 3 of them are wearing their Hit Squad red, white, and blue windbreakers, 2 of them are wearing Hit Squad black and yellow hoodies, and then the last 3 are wearing their own outfits. Similarly to Foundation, Hit Squad's outfits does not give off the impression of them being a cohesive crew, especially when compared to Dream Runners. Actually, I think that this was a huge missed opportunity for Hit Squad. After all, Hit Squad is a super crew, and I think it would have been true to their stories if they had emphasized it by trying to stand out from each other with their outfits. Not only that, but New York is a home of streetwear and sneakers. It might have been a good idea to try to emphasize that, especially when you're repping internationally. Now, I don't mean any disrespect to these crews when I try to point these problems out. In fact, it's a part of why I'm making this video. I see a lot of skilled crews still mess this up. Foundation is one of the best crews in the world, and even they got it wrong. It's hard to say what does and does not work in terms of personal style, but when it comes to crew battles, I think that these two principles of cohesion and being visually distinct are non-negotiable. Crew battles aren't two teams of random people dancing at each other. They're a team competition. So it's time to start dressing like it is.